Hi everyone, today marks GBG's second anniversary. Here at Video Dojo, our celebrations began last week with the launch of the Game Builder Garage second anniversary game jam, but I wanted to take things a step further to really mark the big day. First, I want you to close your eyes and imagine a world. In fact, don't close your eyes because then you wouldn't be able to see the video. Keep your eyes open and imagine a world where Nintendo cared about GBG. Difficult, I know. Usually Nintendo is very good at leveraging the brand potential of its games and maximizing the profitability of a release through the production of superfluous knickknacks that fans of their games definitely don't need, but definitely do want. You know, things like the Tears of the Kingdom cutlery set, this Kirby hat for cats, or a Donkey Kong onesie. Okay! There's a multitude of reasons why GBG didn't get as much attention as other titles though. For one, it was clearly a budget release, and for all intents and purposes a bit of a passion project for Naoki Masuda and his team, who wanted an opportunity to fully realize the potential of the Toy-Con Garage after its inception back in Labo. When it came to Game Builder Garage though, Nintendo really did kick it out the door at release and then forget about it. Technically, the game received a Japan-exclusive special edition which included a set of cute little note-on cards and some kind of promotional glasses cloth or bag for those who pre-ordered through certain retailers, but that's the extent of it. The thing is, even if Nintendo doesn't hold much love for the game, the community certainly does. So, to bring us back to the thought experiment I posited at the beginning of the video, over the past week, I imagined a world where Nintendo cared about GBG. And today I'm going to share my adventures in creating the GBG DIY merchandise that Nintendidn't. Alright, so I just got done sketching some ideas for potential DIY GBG merchandise. I was trying to think really what I would most like to see if there was real merchandise for GBG, so I'll run you through what I came up with. Stickers. I love stickers, especially for games and stuff like that I like. T-shirts. T-shirts are always great. An action figure, especially because the person known on is so action figure-like already. And a giant alien. An alien? So that you can be constantly terrified that you're going to be bad dayed. I knew I wanted to make 3 items, as then I'd be increasing the total GBG merch lineup twofold. After some deliberation, I decided the 6-foot alien would get the axe, as it's probably a tiny bit ambitious for the scope of this project, which left me with a figure, stickers, and a t-shirt. Right, let's get to work. Knowing the figure would be the most involved to produce, I started there. The person from GBG is probably the most recognizable non-note-on character from the game, and often appeared in official promo material before GBG's release. The simple, almost puppet-like shape is a perfect fit for a statuette, or even better, an Amiibo. I love the design of this little guy, and honestly, it'd be pretty cool to see him take his rightful spot alongside other gaming icons in my highly curated Amiibo collection. Yahoo! For this to work, I was going to need a 3D model of the person character, so I booted up Blender, felt an intense sense of anxiety, closed Blender, and asked my old pal Voxy for help. Mere moments later, he'd managed to whip up this, a perfectly posed 3D person ready for me to prep for printing. After slicing the file, which is the process of converting the model into lots of thin layers so the printer knows how to build it, and adding supports to keep it from falling during the print process, it was ready to go. 3D printing is always kind of terrifying because it can fail at basically any point during the often lengthy process. But 4 hours later, Person had made the transition from the digital to the physical world. Now, you might be wondering why he's in pieces, scattered all over my desk. That's because when I removed the supports, even though I did so super carefully, the extremely delicate joints that hold him together snapped. In hindsight, I definitely could have prevented this with some clever steps during modeling, but it's nothing some superglue can't fix. As cool as holding a tiny version of Person's head was, I still had tons of work left to do before I could call this an Amiibo, and I was already way behind schedule, so next I shifted my attention to the stickers and the t-shirt. Don't worry Person, we'll come back to you later. I technically could have made both the stickers and the t-shirt at home using sticker sheets and transfer paper, but I wanted this fake merch to look as real as possible, and what better way to do that than reach out to some actual professionals. After buying a bright, programming screen yellow t-shirt, I dashed down to my local print shop. I'm going to keep what I printed on there as a prize for now though. I was initially unsure which design to use for the stickers. While the GBG G mascot would have been fun, I wanted something with a little more colour. After rewatching the initial Introducing Game Builder Garage trailer Nintendo released in 2021, I realised that the friendly Stick Nodon was a perfect representative for the entire Nodon roster, as it was the very first GBG character we ever laid eyes on. Now, I'd settled on my design, I just needed to get it made, and frankly, since I already had the t-shirt done, I was starting to feel a little more confident I'd actually get everything finished in time. I really shouldn't have though, as this was the precise moment I realised I'd made a critical error. I always knew there were loads of places online to get super cool looking custom stickers ordered, but what I didn't realise is it normally takes at least a week or more for them to arrive at your door, which, with the anniversary just 4 days away at this point, was absolutely way longer than I had available to me. Thankfully, after sending a frankly desperate email to explain my blunder, the incredible folks at Sticker Wizard came to my rescue. Less than 3 days after I placed my order, a pack of incredible looking holographic Stick Nodon stickers arrived at my doorstep. Just look at them! By the way, this isn't a sponsored segment, and Sticker Wizard did not ask for a shout out. I just was so impressed by the service and the stickers turned out so good, I wanted to say a very special thank you. So, if you're watching, Sticker Wizard, you absolutely rule. With both the t-shirt and the stickers now complete, it was time to return to the Amiibo. And I'm going to rapid fire through these next steps because it was fairly laborious. First, I had to sand down the figure to prepare it for painting. I found doing this with sandpaper alone was basically impossible because of how small the print actually is. I ended up sticking some sandpaper to a lollipop stick and had a way better look. Next, I took the person Nodon outside and coated it in a cool light blue paint. Don't forget you should always use spray paint in a well-ventilated area. While that was drying, I also printed and sprayed the distinctive Amiibo base piece. Fortunately, I already had some gold effect spray paint that worked perfectly for the top piece. For details such as the eyes, I carefully masked the areas I didn't want to accidentally mark using the lowest tack tape I had in order to not peel off the blue paint. It just so happened this WarioWare washi tape was the ideal candidate. I also cut out the chest ring from a piece of sticker paper. I glued together all the parts, and with that, the person Amiibo was basically done. But is it really an Amiibo if it doesn't work? Luckily, using some cheap NFC tags and my phone, I was able to give the Amiibo some functionality too. While playing Smash Bros. Ultimate, tapping the person Amiibo on the right Joy-Con will reveal a custom Mii fighter. GBG sadly doesn't have any Amiibo support, but using some Nodon magic, I was able to jankily get the Amiibo to work using the IR sensor. Woohoo! You're probably wondering what I got printed on that yellow shirt. Well, for that I took a somewhat different approach. As some dedicated GBG heads may recall, the game did actually get a patch shortly after release. As far as anyone's ever been able to discern, the only thing that it fixed was a typo in one of Bob's lessons. This typo, at least within the Video Dojo community, is infamous. First things first, let's see what we can give, if we can give... What is going on? First thing first, let's see if we can give the atmosphere. Nintendo, come on! Give is cracking me up. So, to immortalize this wonderful phrase, I made myself a Give Can Give t-shirt. And with that, I'd successfully doubled the amount of existing GBG merchandise, from 3 to 6. I'm really proud with how everything turned out, and the person Amiibo does look right at home next to my other Amiibo. It does sometimes feel like a shame that Nintendo didn't embrace Game Builder Garage more, but I also acknowledge that it was always destined to be a niche title. It really does feel appropriate though to create your own merch for a game all about, well, creating. And that's definitely the end of the video. Alright, have they gone? Good. Now that Reggie's closed out the video, I wanted to let you know I'm actually selling Give Can Give t-shirts until the end of the month on my store. My definitely real lawyers said I'm probably in the clear, but even so, grab them fast if you want one because they won't be up for long. That's not all though. If you use the promo code YTShopping25 at checkout, you'll get 25% off all items on the store for a limited time. Alright, this is actually the end of the video now, for realsies this time. I hope you enjoyed. Happy birthday, GBG. Bye-bye.